touching upon that thought of unity, do you believe that there is enough unity in the Congress currently to be able to starve off such attempts? Because as you know, even Ro Khanna and AOC have supported the parlor removal. And on the other side, you have people like Liz Cheney, who I'm sure would be very supportive of the attempts to bring forth these bills on domestic security. So is there enough of a resistance in your view?
So people in Congress are subject to the same forces culturally and societally and politically as we are. And there is a monumental effort to ensure this left-right dynamic, this left-right schism, is something that benefits ruling class elites greatly, because they don't want us all joining together to talk about Melvin Capital and Citadel and hedge fund short sellers. They want us watching AOC and Ted Cruz exchanging trivial insults with one another on Twitter and staying in our red and blue corners like high school football fans cheering for our favorite football team and hating the other so that we forget about them. And members of Congress are no different. They can succumb to those same drives. We're encouraged to view Washington not through an analysis of power and power dynamics, but through an analysis of partisan warfare, even though so often the parties are in agreement with each other, especially the establishment wings. And, there are encouraging signs. I mean, one of the things that I actually was really encouraged by was the people who are pushing this new domestic war on terror legislation are people like Adam Schiff and Liz Cheney, as you said. It will for sure get the support of establishment members of both parties, but a bunch of left-wing members of Congress, led by Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar, which I found very notable, people who actually had a personal connection to the abuses of the first war on terror and don't want it to come here. But they were joined by people like AOC and Barbara Lee, and I think 5 of the 6 squad members who signed, and a few others, signaling their willingness to work with the Republican Party to say, we don't need it or want another domestic war on terror. We don't need to put more powers in the hands of the FBI. That's the kind of coalition unity that I think is critical to see. But the problem is the passions, these partisan passions, as artificial and thin, deep, and superficial as they are so easily inflamed. We have different media outlets for each parties. They're over here in each corner. I found it kind of annoying and disturbing that there was this left-right unity in response to the Reddit hedge fund conflict. And yet it immediately broke down when Ted Cruz said he agreed with AOC's call for an investigation to determine whether hedge funds were manipulating the market. And then she suddenly turned around and said, you tried to have me murdered 2 weeks ago. Get out of my timeline. I would never want to work with you. Kind of prioritizing her own anger about that event over what was a really unique opportunity for people to join together to combat Wall Street corruption. And I just see that as kind of a broader reflection of the society that we're in, to which they're not immune. So that too is something we need to combat.